Congratulations to the Cavaliers, NBA champions, the first Cleveland title in 52 years, and LeBron James MVP. Robin Ventura freaks out and walks away after I ask 2 questions. We'll have coverage. And then Melky Cabrera doesn't freak out at all. Answers questions through his interpreter, Mr. Russo. And we flash back to Ozzie Guillen, back when he was playing, this week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, it's the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to the Cove for my trivia game Wednesday, June 29th at 8 p.m. Great people, great game. 1750 East 55th Street, right by the lake. The Cove. Benkowski Trivia, great cocktails. See you over by there. You've got to get to the Sock. Live Benkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays, 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get the Snappers Seafood and Chicken like I do at 115th and Western. Amongst their fine menu items, tilapia, perch, catfish, shrimp, conch from the Miami Connection, crab, but Philly steak and grilled food. It's great. Get the Snappers. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. One of the models of consistency on the White Sox this year has been Melky Cabrera. All season long, he's been hovering around a 300 average and getting some key RBIs, key hits, and just being an important man in the middle of the lineup. Moving around a little bit, batting anywhere from 2nd, 4th, 5th, but always a contributor. And although his outfield defense is usually good, every once in a while something goes awry, but we talk about outfield defense as well in this piece. And he answers everything that we ask easily and politely. And a guy with a lot of major league games under his belt, and hopefully, as far as Chicago goes, many more. Let's go to Melky Cabrera. Congratulations on a good start and keeping your batting average in a solid spot and clutch hitting throughout the year so far.
Que si hay alguien que representa pues la consistencia ofensiva de este equipo este año ha sido tú. Has tenido un buen arranque y te has mantenido pues como ese baluarte en la ofensiva del equipo, además bateando en el clutch.
Bueno, primeramente le doy gracias a Dios y como siempre digo, la oportunidad que me ha dado el manager de jugar todos los días, y siempre pongo mi empeño en jugar todos los días y dar todo en el terreno de juego, y gracias a Dios.
I want to thank God. I'm glad with the opportunity that the manager given me every day to play and do my work. I think that's the most important, that I'm being healthy and Robin have given me the opportunity to play every day and be able to do what I know to do.
Maybe the most impressive to me is in an era where people are wildly swinging for home runs a lot and maybe getting suckered into swinging at bad pitches. For much of the season, Melky has had more walks than strikeouts, and I think this is an impressive statistic.
Dice así que básicamente en una era pues donde la producción de jonrones es lo que mediamente muchos están buscando, pues una de las estadísticas que más impresiona de tu desempeño este año ha sido la cantidad de boletos. Tienes más boletos que ponches este año.
Bueno, siempre he buscado un buen picheo, Iván, y gracias a Dios nunca busco dar muchos jonrones, siempre hace mucho contacto con la bola y como siempre digo, siempre quiero envasarme para ayudar al equipo.
I was looking for a good pitch to swing because that's the only way that you can improve your chances to get a base hit, and that's all that that's all my approach. You know, to try to just swing good pitches that are in the strike zone, and I mean that's my key.
What makes him think that the White Sox will be a contender in September?
¿Qué haría este equipo? ¿Qué tiene que hacer este equipo para ser contendor en septiembre?
Bueno, yo digo que hay que seguir trabajando fuerte. Yo sé que estamos pasando por un mal momento, pero yo sé que va a venir un momento bueno para nosotros y nosotros estamos ahí en la pelea y yo sé que nosotros tenemos un buen equipo y hay que seguir echando para adelante y trabajar fuerte.
We just have to keep working hard. I know that we are passing through a very tough moment, but we have a very good team. We have a very talented players here, and it's a matter just to be confident in ourselves and to keep working hard.
One thing that I do not understand is that year after year, Melky is among the leaders in outfield assists, yet people try to run on him still. Why don't they not learn that this is a mistake?
Una de las cosas que él no puede entender es como año tras año tú eres uno de los líderes en asistencia en los jardineros de las grandes ligas y todavía la gente pues busca correrte.
Bueno, eso es también cosa de ellos, el coach que lo manda. Yo siempre quiero hacer buen tiro para hacer un buen tiro para hacer out, pero siempre me gusta jugar duro. Eso es lo más importante para mí, es jugar duro y ayudar al equipo.
Yeah, I don't know why they are still doing it. I mean, probably because the coaches send them to the next base, or probably because that's their approach. But for me, the most important thing is to make a good throw, an accurate throw too.
When I coached softball, I would tell everybody throw to the plate, and then we would frequently get 3 outs at home till they stopped doing it. So I understand this.
Dice que cuando él era coach de softball, él le decía a todo el mundo que lanzara el home play, usualmente registraban como 3 outs en el home play y la gente dejaba como de correr en eso. Que entonces que él entiende esa situación, pues.
Sí, porque el coach es el que manda. Si el coach te para, tiene que pararte. Si el coach te manda, tiene que mandarte. Esas son decisiones de ellos, pero siempre pienso tirar el coromé y bajito.
Yeah, that's the coach decision sometimes. But my job is just to cut the ball and try to hit the cutoff man. That's my approach.
Final question. When he was 10 years old, 12 years old, 14 years old, who were the major league players he looked up to and wanted to copy?
Cuando tú eras un muchacho que estabas comenzando a jugar, ¿quién era ese pelotero ídolo tuyo que tú tratabas de copiar, de imitar?
Bueno, siempre me ha gustado Manny Ramírez en el swing y Carlos Beltrán.
I always try to imitate Manny Ramirez because the way that he hit, and Carlos Beltrán.
Well, those are good examples. Well, continue what you're doing and continue to lead by example, and we hope you much success this year.
Right, thank you.
All right. Appreciate it. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Desplaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furland, EDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the family dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Well, I'm a little surprised how this happened, because after very fine and joyous interviews that I did in the locker room, I came out during Robin Ventura time only to find him being, in a sense, more babyish than ever and thin-skinned. And so I asked a couple of questions. He didn't like them, and you'll see the result of all that. So here's Robin Ventura. You can ask him about things that aren't going well with the team now, even though things aren't going well with the team now. So watch for yourself.
Avi TPH today.
Yeah, he rotated around. Once you rotate around, you have and have an option to put Eat back out and right, Chucky out in center. So that's what's going on there.
Do you think can be a good defensive right fielder, Avi?
Yeah, I think part of it is he hasn't played out there in a while, so you're kind of getting him out there. Let him work on it, let him get more acclimated with it. I think when you sat for that long, it becomes a little bit tougher on your breaks and things like that.
But it's part of the reason he wasn't out there, because he wasn't your best option out there.
Right. And
how do you get better if you can't get out there?
That's the tough part, and we're going to have to play with that a little bit and get him out there, and he's going to play some right, and just get better at it. He'll probably get some left too.
Maybe you could skip the BP and come out and hit him some fungos.
He gets them during BP.
Enough though?
Yeah. Really?
Why not?
Yeah. He gets them during BP.
Okay, but But he's not completely trustworthy in the outfield.
Okay.
So doesn't that mean a person does extra work then to be better?
He does plenty of work out here. He does a lot of work. He works very hard. So I don't want anybody to misconstrue that he doesn't work hard. That's an unfair ask. Is you think he doesn't work hard?
Is it the reads you think that are his biggest?
Yeah, he doesn't get a good read on it. So you get out here and you let him work on it, and you let him go after it that way. He's going to get some in right and left.
Yeah, is that the dilemma of a team that is in competition to win and also has to have player development at the same time? You have to have both with the
some of it. You have some younger guys that come up and play, and Avi is kind of in the transition of that. He's still pretty young, but he's been up here for a little while now. So you bring up a guy like TA, and you have him at short, and he's done well so far. But are there going to be moments that look like he is young? Yeah, I think everybody has that.
Robin has been still very early in watching Tim Anderson the last 4 or 5 games. So what are your initial thoughts?
It's been impressive. I think his improvement from what we saw him in spring training to where he's at now. I think even the last couple of years of doing that, and you just kind of let him play. But he does a lot of things well. He has speed that goes with it, and I think some of the plays he's been making defensively is some of it that we wanted to see. Offensively, he's very aggressive and makes hard contact, but I think speed-wise, that's the best part.
How impressive from home to third yesterday.
Yeah, I think you get a little sign of that, and what's possible with him is the more you see him.
We heard a lot about the speed of the game, and Buddy was talking about Tim, saying he'd like to see him play faster. I think he means like in the field, he'd like to see him play faster. What does he mean by that?
Well, I think part of it is the speed from the other side, and then there's going to be speed where he can take advantage of things. And I think that's part of learning up here is that there's going to be times when he can take advantage of his speed, Whether it's positionally or running the bases, stealing bases, but he can play a little faster. But right now you also want him to slow it down enough where he can see what's going on and get acclimated to it.
Since you've been here, and maybe one of the reasons you came back, have you ever noticed anything about Mr. Reinsdorf other than commitment to win and win it?
No, he's always trying to do that. I think you're always looking for ways to improve, and whether it's roster stuff or just part of the game of what he sees of the game. So that's always been there. I think he's done that with whatever he's done.
And his enthusiasm, is that kind of catching to you?
Yeah,
too?
I think that's you would expect that to wane at some point if you've been owning teams this long. But I think he's still passionate about it.
What was different with Gonzalez last night from maybe his last 3 or 4 starts?
It would have to be just locating. I think just getting it up in the zone. If you're gonna have an off night against a team like that, a lineup like that, it's gonna look like that. So it's not a good one to be off if you get a team that can swing it. I think a team that has the power that they have up and down the lineup always looks a little worse.
What about coming out maybe more frequently to be the settle down guy and talk to your starter just before that 4-run outburst and see if you could say the thing that needs to be said?
What's that, man?
When you coming out,
Just get out of here. Jeez. Come on.
What's wrong with that question? So Robin Ventura acts like an 8-year-old. You can't answer the question.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski.
You've got to get to the Sock Live Bidkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. One of the great drive-ins is Lulu's for Italian beef, hot dogs, burgers, chicken, gyros, fish, salads, sub-sandwiches, ribs. It's at Taylor and Ogden, 2200 West. You can dine in or you could carry out. Lulu's has it all.
We're back on the spotlight, of course, at the UIC Pavilion. Tennis coverage coming up shortly, but now it's time to talk White Sox baseball. Of course, Sox Fest was over a week ago, but we still have some interviews that we haven't shown you yet, and we begin our coverage with a player who could very well be the ultimate fan favorite, and they're already applauding for him. A little bit about the feeling going into '94. In a way, you guys are, it's going to be tough to improve. I mean, you had a great season. You finished in first place. What areas of improvement do you think the White Sox of '94 need to make?
Well, I think we've been improving every place because now the pitching staff, we got more experience. Like last year and this time, we don't know Jason going to pitch, Wilson going to pitch, or Alex going to pitch, or Roberto Hernandez going to be the closer. The question was, I got to play, Bo going to play, Ellis going to play. Now we got everybody ready. I can play. All those guys got experience in the big league, and with acquisition, Julio Franco, Darren Jackson. I think we had a better team this year and we had last year.
Well, those are the proven commodities. Now there is one question, and I'll just ask it one time and get it out of the way. the Jordan factor. Have you seen him hit, and any idea if he can actually pull this off?
I'll tell you what, I see Michael about 2 months ago. I come here to check my knee, and I saw him swing the bat and do some drills. I don't think he got a chance, especially hitting. Now I saw him this week, and believe me, going to be surprised. That improved himself 90%, and I think he's quite in there. Now the question is, a lot of people question, he can hit? Well, not too many people can hit in the big league, though. But I think Michael got a good chance. I think Michael is a great athlete. It's 3 things you can do in baseball, and he can do it. Just run, throw, and play defense. And Michael can do all those 3 things. I think it's going to be great for baseball. I think it's going to be great for White Sox organization. I think it's going to be great for the city. I think it's a great idea, and you know, it's no make it, somebody else will, but I think it's a good idea.
What about the idea that proven major leaguers like yourself and the people who've devoted their whole life to baseball might be a little bit mad that he would try to come in here at the last minute and not play baseball for so many years and then try it?
No, I hope he can make it, just because something I've been playing all my life, and somebody come here and make it right away. You should tip your hat on. You just should go and say, hey, I tip my hat and I got a lot of respect for that. Not really. I think people just go about his business. Whatever you want to do, you can do. And I wish I can go to the NBA and play right now, but I can't. I don't have the ability. And I think it's a great idea. I think players should have a lot of respect for that, and see what happens. I think it's awesome.
You and Joey Cora worked so well together in the second base combination last year, but now we hear Julio saying he might like to give it a try. What are your thoughts on second base?
Oh, yeah, Julio just come here to be a DH. I think he's going to be full-time DH. White Sox don't have better second baseman than Joey Cora. Either one, anyone is better second baseman than Joey. I think you should keep the lineup the way it is. I should keep Joey, let him play, and do the job, because you have to remember, they don't give it the job. They don't give it to him. He earned it. Right. And I think the biggest reason we finished first last year in the division, because Joey Cora. A lot of people talk about, Frank and Jack McDowell, and a lot of people never talk about him. It's without Joey, believe me, we're not going to be there. I think Joey he did a great job last year, and we should let him play. And just quick question, like, who going to play there, Saxy or Gravy or Julio? I think we have a great second baseman, we should keep it.
Final question. As you look at the new divisional setup, a lot of people say Cleveland has made a lot of moves. They've improved. They would be your main competitor. What do you think of the new American League Central?
I think it's going to be a little tougher for us. First of all, we're supposed to win the division. I think Cleveland, Kansas City, they have great teams, and you never know. You never know what's going to happen. If we stay healthy, I think we should win the division. I think everybody talk about Eddie Murray and Dennis Martinez. They're not kids either. They have to play a long time. They got to improve themselves back in the American League. I know Eddie been great for so many years, but believe me, with the pitching staff we have, I pick my team to finish first.
If you had to look over 1993, what was the biggest surprise for you? Your quick adaptation to the starting role, the fact that you guys won the division. What was the highlight for you?
For me, I think just being called up so soon, I really didn't expect to get the call. I was thinking the whole time in AAA to have a good year in AAA and possibly get called up in September, and it turns out, I got called up a little over a month and a half into the season, and then the playoffs and everything, and it was just a great season.
And talking with some of the other people here today, Billy Pierce, one of the fine pitchers in White Sox history, told me that you were the guy that struck him as the guy who would be the kind of guy who could pile up 200 strikeouts in a season. And here's a guy who is the all-time leader in White Sox career strikeouts. How do you feel about that statement?
It's flattering, especially from a guy like Mr. Pierce. I signed at an autograph show with him one day, and he was sitting next to me, and a lot of people had said a couple things like, the White Sox past and one of the futures coming up, and it's nice to get to meet people like Billy Pierce and other great White Sox players over the past.
You've got to get to Jack's. 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. And you've got to get to Oliver's at 6100 West 159th Street. My live trivia, Thursday, May 12th, 7 p.m. start. Great food, great drink, great people, everything great at Oliver's. I'll see you over there. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to the Wise Owl. Pizzas, pork sliders, Cuban sandwiches, soups, elote burgers, tacos, salads, and more. Great cocktails and bartenders, Van Buren and Racine. You've got to get to Del Sur Mexican Restaurant, open for lunch and dinner daily. Shrimp, tilapia, salmon, steak, chicken dishes, you name it. It's all there at 46th and Halsted. Great stuff at Del Sur Mexican Restaurant. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. We're back on the spotlight at the Friendly Confines. I talked to Corey Patterson about hitting at Wrigley Field when the weather's not so great, when you can't get the ball up in the jet stream. Corey had some thoughts about the concept of small ball amongst the vines.
I don't think it's really a matter of concentrating on small ball. I think everyone just wants to hit a nice line drive, and get on top of the baseball. You don't really alter your swing whether the wind's blowing in or out. I mean, you just go up there, you concentrate, and try to hit a ball hard and put it in play.
I know that in past years, Sarge, was in charge of the hitting. I know Gene is now, and moments ago I saw Dusty, call you aside with a tip or two. How is this sort of like hitting coaching by committee working?
Well, it's fine. I just really keep things simple. See a good ball and try to keep a head on it, and that's it.
Well, certainly Dusty had the longest career as a player, and quite accomplished as a hitter with World Series under his belt. What kind of tips does he have to offer?
Well, I mean, really just make sure you work hard every day and really focus and concentrate, and that's about it. He keeps things simple, and I think you keep things easy and not too complicated, the better off you'll be, and that's what he does.
Your club is so talented, but you've had some injury, stuff going on the last couple of years, yourself included. How does the team deal with it, keeping it in perspective and battling through these times?
Well, I think it's tough, but obviously we miss those guys who were injured. But you got to keep playing and hope they get well soon. And the 9 guys are out here. We pull for each other. We have confidence in each other, and play your best, and that's all you can do.
Corey, I say that every day. Do the best you can do. That's all you can do. Thanks for watching. See you next week. You've been watching the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Perfect Pitch located at 108th and Kedzie. Take your vehicles there for great repairs. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.